Because, yes, I mean, this starts out as sports talk. But I want to tie it directly in with issues, all the issues that we face every day and we talk about every day. A couple of months ago, I was whining about BYU basketball's head coach, Mark Pope, who everybody loved. He left for his alma mater, Kentucky. And when he left, he took with him the highest rated recruit BYU's ever had in this era of star ratings for athletes.
And things looked dark.
And it looked really bad. It looked bleak. It felt like Mark Pope ran over the program with a dump truck and left it for dead, and then dumped a bunch of garbage on top of the dead carcass. Well, now it's 2 months later, and in the interim, BYU hired this great coach from the NBA. He's an assistant for the Phoenix Suns, highest paid assistant coach in the NBA. Nobody thought we had a chance to get him, but they did, and they did it quickly. And then in the following 60 days, our new coach, Kevin Young, replaced the number 28 recruit we had. He was the 28th highest recruit in the country, but we lost him to Kentucky. Replaced that kid with a top 10 recruit in the world.
Right.
Plus, he just secured the number 35 rated recruit in the country. Just signed him yesterday. Both those guys are projected by ESPN to be first-round draft picks. The Russian kid is thought to be a lottery pick. He's going to go number 9, they think. Plus, this guy has already signed 2 other top 100 recruits. I mean, he's blown up BYU basketball recruiting. So now, all of a sudden, losing our beloved coach, Mark Pope, looks like it was the best thing that ever happened to BYU basketball in the history of BYU basketball. So I think the point here is it's always darkest before the dawn. And we don't know exactly what's in store for us. We don't know what the future holds. And we don't know what these events are leading to. We don't know what the Lord has planned or how he plans to get us there. He could take all the lemons on earth and make the most delicious lemonade you've ever imagined. So, I don't know, maybe we can hold on to that knowledge as we see the insanity unfold before us every single day. Because we have a couple of choices. We can either bury our heads in the sand, and I hear that from some people. I just can't do it. I can't listen to it. I like to listen, just can't do it. Right. You ever heard that from people?
Yes, absolutely.
I used to listen. Sometimes I tune in, and then I get too depressed, and I can't listen. So you could do that. You could not pay attention, and we can whistle past the graveyard and just remain in ignorant bliss. But in that eventuality, you won't be prepared in the end for what's coming. I think it's really good to be informed. So you could be informed and just be pissed off and frustrated by world events every single day, like I feel most of the time.
Yeah, we all feel that.
Yeah, and we waste away our lives feeling that way. But it hit me yesterday when we got this latest news. It's like every day there's been something really good on the recruiting front for them. But maybe we could just put our trust in God. And while we stay informed, we also keep in mind that we don't have the overall picture. We don't know where this is leading necessarily. That this is leading us, maybe it's leading us somewhere we need to be and just don't know it yet and don't fully understand it yet. And it's going to turn out to be far better than what we imagined in the first place. I'm going to try to hang on to that.
I like it.
Yeah, that's the perspective I want to keep going forward and just apply it to all the mind-numbing madness, the outrageous lies, the downright criminal behavior we see from these people every day. I mean, yesterday I think was kind of the tipping point for me. It's like, okay, how can you be denying this? This cheap fake news or whatever they're using.
Yes.
It's just so outrageous. It's like we're seeing it in front of our eyes. You can't tell us it's something else.
It's so strange that by doing that, you're bringing more attention to it, I think. It's a really strange way to confront it.
Yeah. They just won't. They won't ever admit that even anything is wrong. They won't even say, yeah, look, the guy's got some gaffes. He's got some gaps in his consciousness. They won't admit
any slight
to any
admission leads them down that entire rabbit hole of, he's terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
So they have to pretend like there's absolutely nothing wrong, and we're the ones that are at fault here. We're the ones who are making stuff up and trying to make him look as if he's feeble and frail. I mean, it's incredible.
I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not here.
It's exactly what it is. So in order not to just explode mentally and emotionally, I'm going to try to keep some perspective on this. And I just recommend you do the same. And then, of course, keep the duct tape handy in case your head does explode.
So are we done with the segment now?
We are or we are not going to play clips today.
So we are.
Joe Biden.
Yeah, we are. It's good. You have to be informed. Mm-hmm. Just have to look at it with a different perspective.
Right.
That's what Pat's saying.
Yeah.
The segment is over now, though, because I just want to say that it's possible we could be, led down the path to the fires of hell.
Yes,
we don't know
that also is a possibility. Yes, that is one of the alternatives. That we're headed straight to hell in a handbasket.
Whatever perspective you want.
So that is possible. But there's this line from used to be one of my favorite movies, The Abyss. Have you ever seen The Abyss?
Yeah.
James Cameron.
Forced to watch that a lot.
Yeah, it
My
was
wife loves that stupid movie.
I love it. But she says a line about the aliens. It's about aliens living here on the planet, but they seem to be fairly friendly aliens. They don't know it at the time, but the Navy SEALs on board their undersea vessel thinks that it's some kind of Russian conspiracy, and the Russians are there, and she is trying to convince everybody, no, this is something fantastic.
Something else.
And she says the line, "You have to look at it with better eyes than that." It's always kind of stuck with me, and maybe that applies to what's going on today as well.